I'm Patrick Bailey with IQList, and today I'm on vacation in the wonderful Rocky Mountains of Colorado. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to tweak an OpenSCAD file that I made so you can make custom words using the periodic table of elements. Okay, let's show some URLs and get right into it. So I've put this up before, just a princess magnet I put up. It just says princess, and it's actually got an SVG file on there. So if you want to go download that, that's there. That's an example. I'm using this program with some tweaks to do that, but I kind of cut the program down to be a little simpler, and I posted it. So also, if you're doing this, these are the magnets I use. So I'll put a link in the show notes. These are the magnets I use that I buy on Amazon. They're going up a little bit. They were $240. Now they're $270. This would be interesting to watch. I should go back and look at my videos and see how the price keeps changing. I mean, we got inflation, right? So I guess we went from $240 to $270. Keep track of those fun things. Okay, so, but here it is on GitHub. Here's the code. You can go download it from GitHub. I'll put a link in the show notes. You can go download the code, and this is what I'm working with. And before you start tweaking, figure out what kind of word you want to make. And what I found, here's another really important link, is ChemSpeller.com. It's really cool. You can go in here and put in some words, like I could say test or whatever, and it will try to spell that word with the product table of the elements. However, you got to pay a little attention because they try to spell every word. So like if they can't, there's no single T apparently anywhere in the periodic table. So they just put tau, which really isn't an element. So, you know, like I know I tried to do my name. And I was excited, like, oh, I could spell my name. Well, there's not an R. They just kind of throw something in. So you got to pay a little attention to that to get what you want. But also another nice thing is once you do that, it'll make a link for you so you can share that link. So for me, I kind of want to be a purist and make sure it actually is an element. But if you don't want to be, you don't have to be, right? But anyway, I found one example. Here's wise. So we'll try to do that. So let me go open up my OpenSCAD file here. In fact, I already did it. But let me go back to what it normally is. I think I put sarcasm out there. Let me double check what I put out there. I did. Okay, so the default out there is sarcasm. So you can figure out whatever you want, and then all you have to do is actually come down here and change the element atomic number. There's two lists. In fact, that shouldn't be there. That thing shouldn't be there. Okay. Well, there's two things you need to concern yourself: element atomic list, that array, and the symbol list. So all you got to do is come down here and find what you want, and I'll comment these old ones out and bring my wise one in. So you go through. So wise is 74. Then 53, then 34, put that in an array. And the other array, element symbol list, W-I-S-E. And of course, make sure to capitalize and lowercase correctly so you get the expected result that you want. And there we are, we have wise. Boom. Let me zoom in a little bit. Maybe. There we go, so there's wise. But one key thing, also I put all the elements in here for convenience, but just the ChemSpeller is a much easier way to deal with it. But one thing, if you want to dive into this, that is where the magic is happening, is the for loop. So there's all these for loops, and a for loop, you can come down here and you get the length of an array. So you can get the length of an array, and then you can iterate through it, and you pass that x, the x is the variable, and then you pass that in, and you get what you want. So I'm not going to go deep dive into that, but you can stare at that and go do some research on for loops and how you can get that array. But that way I can do whatever I want. It'll just keep making it bigger and bigger. Also, in this case, it does place the magnet in there. And if I do, I should have split view. I have the split view I made. If I set that to true, which you normally don't want to do because you don't want to render it like this, you can see exactly where that magnet's going to be. So it's going to be right there. So it always tries to be in the center, or it is in the center, I should say. Put that back to false, save it. And then once you get what you want, you have to go render it, which takes a while, so I'm not going to do it right here. This actually takes a little while to render for some reason. Then once you have it, save it as STL file, and then bring it into your slicer. So let me open up my slicer here, which I think I have open. Also, it's important to know how big your bed is. The size of this, you can only go so big. So if I'm doing, let me see, bring in wise here. So here's a Prusa Mini, which I can easily do 3. I can do 3 and I can do multiple. I can do 4 on a Mini, but if you do 4 on a Mini, you're going to have to rotate. So, boom. In fact, didn't I learn yesterday that I do page up? See, page up, page down for that 45-degree angle. So you can do 4. I think, it's been a while since I've done it, I think you can do 5 on the i3 Mark III if you do a 45-degree angle. So that's kind of, you got to think, you're a little limited unless you got something bigger. Or I would love to get one of those. There's a couple, I don't know if there's, I know there's at least one where they have this belt-fed printer. If you had a belt-fed printer, you could probably go ape. But how do you get the magnet in then? I don't know how you do that. Okay, so here, let me slice this up just to show you some of the important things here. Now, if you can do this yourself, what you want to do is go down to full, that's what I do, 0.15 quality. That's what I do with everything. I don't know why that changed on me. Let me slice it at 0.15 quality. And then what we want to do is go down to 4.25. See right here, you can see that's the end of the magnet hole. 4.25 is where it closes over. Right click on this and say add pause print, because we just want to pause it, we don't want to change the filament. And you go to the very top, and we go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let's see, where's my brain? And then one more, I think. Is that right? Nope, one more. And now I just hit the plus button, I get that color. And that should, let me double check that. So if I go down one, yeah, there we go, 10.25. And then if you want to get better visualization, which I always kind of want to do, is I can right click on that, say edit the color, and let's say I want to make it white. Hit white so I can see that. And then for the filament, I can go down here and say, let's choose black or near black. If you get too black, it kind of covers things up, so I kind of choose a near black when I'm saying black. And there we go. And we should be able to see a little gray line here. That's where it's going to pause. That's going to give you a chance to put it in there. And there you go. Another thing, let me go to the very top. Another thing I've been doing lately is I'll go to printer settings and go to infill and go to enable ironing on the very top, just the topmost surface only. Go back here, you got to re-render it, and I think that'll give you a little bit better quality on those words at the top. There you go, boom. So I'm going to print a couple of these out for this show and see how they take off. Like, you can actually spell father. I made a couple of fathers because Father's Day at I have a homeschool conference coming up, and it's on Father's Day weekend. So I made a couple that said father with the product table of elements, and we'll see how that goes. I also made a princess one. I probably should make a wise one here. That's probably a good thing for a homeschool conference, right? Wise. I wonder if you can spell wisdom. Let's try that one. Can we spell wisdom? Wisdom. Almost. They have this thing where they'll reverse stuff for you. I don't like the idea of reversing stuff, so I guess I'm out. There are some options in here though. So I can say options, and I can say don't enable reverse elements. Let's see if it can do it. No, we got math, so so much. Can't do wisdom. So anyway, there is all that fun stuff. Let's see, anything else to cover? Oh, I'm up here in the mountains. I got my printers with me because I'm a crazy person who takes his 3D printers on vacation. But I'm printing out some big stuff right now, so I wasn't able to do a time lapse on this particular one. Oh, sarcasm. So we can just kind of, yeah. I wish I could do a better one, but I'm on vacation. So, but also the cost. You got to consider we got this magnet, which now it was $240, now it's $270. But all in, just estimate what I know. Most of the cost of this is going to be the magnet. So at $270, let's just round it $3. You can probably pull something off like this for under $350. Worst case, let's say $4 with that magnet. Not too bad. So it's probably a really cool gift. In fact, my wife is pushing me to do a flat one without a magnet. So do a much thinner one without a magnet on it and see how that goes. In fact, if you want to go do that, you can go take that code I have out there, tweak a little bit, remove the magnet, make it flatter, and you could probably make it work for something. Or once you take the magnet out, you can change the size pretty easily because you don't have to make it as big as I'm making it for this magnet. So there's all that. So have fun with it. I think there's probably some really cool things you can spell that I'm trying to find some good ideas. Wise, I like. Father worked out really well. I think, well, we'll see how it works. But if anybody comes up with a cool spelling that you can spell in with a product table elements, just post it. I think it would be cool. But anyway, with that, let's wrap this up with a reminder. that 3D printing is an engineering adventure that you're on. You can develop your skills and knowledge and take this in so many ways. You can make a business out of this. You can teach others, and you can make some amazing designs, even with the product table of the elements. So, design it, engineer it. I have an initial goal to get this channel going to a higher level. My goal is to release a video every day for 300 days in a row. As of this morning, I think I'm on day 50. I'm having a lot of fun, and I hope I can keep it up. And I hope after my 300th day, I can make an even better goal. And I hope you folks out there are finding these videos useful, educational, and entertaining. If you do, please share it with someone. Sharing is how the channel grows.